Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Albert and today I have this beautiful 2017 BMW X4. It's all blacked out with 20-inch black rims, and of course it's the M Sport model, which obviously it's better looking than the SE version. Now, a lot of you know that the BMW X4, it's the BMW's X6 baby brother. But also this one shares the same platform with the BMW X3. Actually, it shares more than the platform, because this one, it's kind of an X3, but better dressed. It's better looking, and today it's the luckiest day, because today I can actually drive this car. I wanted to get one of these for a long time, and today I got one. And I'm gonna share my experience with you. We're gonna see the B-roll, and after that, we're gonna talk about the car. Stay tuned. The X4 is a compact luxury crossover SUV manufactured by BMW since 2014. The car is marketed as a sports activity coupe and is widely considered as a coupe version of the BMW X3, trading its practicality with a sloping rear roof which offers a sportier styling. All models are only available with all-wheel drive and meet Euro 6 emission regulations. Now, let's talk about the general styling of the car. In the front end, this car stands out with this black package, and it's blacked out. This grille, usually it's chromed, but well, now it's blacked out, and as you can see, it looks better. The front bumper also looks quite nice. Of course it is, it's the M Sport package. We have here the LED headlights, which they look quite nice, and they actually give you a lot of light in the night time, so they are quite good and useful. Also, we have the fog lights and the parking sensors, which are hidden right here, neat in these huge air vents. Of course, these air vents are not actually air vents. This is just a plastic cover, but it looks quite nice. The air vents are just here and here. And I honestly like how this car looks. It looks aggressive. From this side, the car looks actually quite good. I do like how this sport coupe SUV looks, and I'm not saying just about this one. All of them look nice. Let's not forget that the X6 was the first one in the world. Well, there was the Pontiac, but no. So let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this car that I have here today. This car sits on 20-inch wheels, and well, they look really nice. Of course, they affect the quality of the ride, but when you look at them, I think it's there, and they look quite nice, and it doesn't bother me that they are on 20-inch, because, well, I love them. You can actually see the M badge over here, and of course, this car has the 3-liter diesel engine, and yeah, it's an X-Drive, because all BMW X4 come with 4-wheel drive. Now, let's talk about the engine on this car, because this car has a 3-liter 6-in-line turbocharged diesel engine, which it's quite powerful and develops 255 horsepower and 560 Newton meters, and sends this car from 0 to 60 in
5.6 seconds.
This car has an automatic 8-speed gearbox from ZF and it's quite nice, it's quite smooth and you don't actually feel when the gears are changed. Another thing that I like about it is the fact that you get a good fuel consumption. Also, BMW is saying that you can do an average of 47 miles per gallon. Well, I don't agree with that. The most amount of miles per gallon that I could actually reach was 40.1, which isn't bad considering that this is a heavy car. If you are looking to get a good fuel consumption of one of these cars, then you will have to buy the 2-liter diesel engine and probably with the manual gearbox, and that one BMW is specifying that it does around 53 miles per gallon, which is quite impressive.
The funny thing is that BMW separated the world with the engines. In the UK you can only get the diesels, and in America you can only get the petrols, which is quite a shame because I would have wanted to test the petrol engine on the X4 because I think it's quite fast. But I'm really happy with these diesels because they have a good fuel consumption and they are very powerful and quite reliable. I think BMW has one of the most reliable diesel engines on the planet, and these 3-liter diesel ones are really great. From the rear end, this car looks quite good. I like these LED taillights, they look quite nice and modern, even though this car was created in 2013 and was brought in 2014 on the market. It still looks modern. I like this look of it. It's quite nice for a young person, so I don't think that a lot of old people will buy this car because it's not that practical. The boot size, well, the boot size is what it is. You have 530 liters, and if you drop the rear seats down, you have 1,430 liters, which isn't bad. The only disadvantage that I could actually find in this car was actually the rear windscreen, because is quite small, and honestly, if a car is right here behind you, you don't see anything. You just see the windscreen of the person who's behind you. That's it. You don't see the front of the car, you don't see what number plate they have, and well, it's kind of hard. But this one has a rear camera which is hidden right here. So you can actually turn on the rear camera. I don't know if all of them has this feature, but this one has, and I'm pretty glad that it has it. And it's quite useful when you want to park. It's quite useful if you want to see what's behind you. Normally it activates itself when you put the car in reverse, but I also have the option to turn on the camera even when the car is sitting at a stoplight. So well, that's not bad. We have this exhaust here, which I'm not a big fan of one-side exhausts, because when you have a big engine on a car, you kind of deserve that badass look. And I always loved cars that have twin exhaust or quad exhaust, but this is what you get. The only car that actually has a twin exhaust is the M Sport one, the X4 M, which is the petrol version, but you cannot get any of these on the diesel, so it's quite sad. Other than that, we have these parking sensors here. We have this rear diffuser, which looks quite nice, and of course the X4 badge. Now, one thing to mention is the fact that we don't have any badges with the engine here, which is quite nice, because I think it would have been an overkill, but well, everyone has its own taste. So if you don't agree with what I'm saying, or if you have better ideas of how things should have been handled with the X4, just leave a comment in the section below, and well, we're gonna chat about that because I'm open to suggestions. So tell me your idea of the X4. So let's talk about the interior of the X4.
The interior of this car looks really nice. All the materials that have been used to create it are top quality. I like this white gauge cluster, which looks quite nice. The doors have been wrapped in leather, and the Harman Kardon sound system is one of the best, the proper sound system to have. We have these beautiful leather sport seats with this white stitching, and of course they are heated and fully electrically adjustable. Here we have the head-up display, because this car has a head-up display, and of course the M Sport steering wheel, and as you can see it looks stunning. I like how these paddle shifters have been fitted here, and the steering wheel is probably one of my favorites. The infotainment system on this car was replaced by a new one, and as you can see this one looks better. It has more of a vivid color screen, and also this car got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are options that I find them quite useful nowadays. Everything about this infotainment system, in my opinion, is better than the old version. Here we have dual climate controls, and of course one of the things that I like about this car is this gear shifter here. This car has adaptive dampers that makes the ride more comfortable. One rare option on these cars is this sunroof, which is something that I truly like. And of course the blacked out M rooftop. I do like this Rolls-Royce star roof, which looks quite stunning.
Getting into the back seats of the BMW X4. Well, I have the seat adjusted to the way I drive this car, and I have 176 centimeters in height, which I don't know if I'm tall or if I'm small, but well, this is how tall I am. And you can see that it's actually quite spacious. Now, the roof also, you have kind of a half of palm between my head and the roofline, which is not bad, but honestly it's quite comfortable here. I don't know if 3 adults can sit here comfortable. I honestly disagree with that, but 2 adults, 2 guys or 2 persons like I am, they can actually fit here quite nice, and the seats are quite nice. They are not bad at all. In the middle we have this central armrest, which has 2 cup holders. They are a little bit flimsy, but other than that they are quite okay. And here we have the air vents. This one doesn't have rear climate controls. You have just climate vents, but they are quite okay. Other than that, nothing really pops out in the back seats of this car. So, driving the BMW X4. So, let's see how it is. Let's see how it drives. Let's see what's all the fuss about this car. Because honestly, I was quite happy with it, and I'm quite happy with it. I didn't expect to be this good, honestly. Again, Coke Zero, guys. Avoid sugar. So, with the sun in our faces, we took off with the X4. So, first impression. Well, first impression is a good one. When you put your foot down, this car this car is a monster, honestly. You can not believe how powerful this engine is on this car. I drove this engine on the X5, and I thought that was fast. I thought that it's what you need. But on this one, when you put your foot down, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, the power is incredible. You can get a 2-liter diesel engine. I wouldn't get that because, well, I like big, powerful engines. But honestly, if you're looking to pay cheaper taxes and low fuel consumption, then you should get the diesel, the 2-liter diesel. That one comes with a manual gearbox also, so I think would have, if you prefer a cheaper option, that's the one to get. Now, there are a couple of diesels. There's the 2-liter one, turbocharged, which also can come with a manual and an automatic gearbox. That engine is quite good. There's nothing to complain about it. Just the fact that it's not a 3-liter 6-cylinder one. And I'm not saying that that specific engine it's not good on this car, because it's quite okay. But this one, I think it's more suitable. You can have a lot of fun with this engine, because the car, anyway, it's better built than the X3. It's more sportier. It drives a little bit better, and honestly, this is the one to get. Now, of course, the fuel consumption on this one, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not gonna go with numbers that appear on the internet. I'm just gonna go with the way I drive and my driving style, and I'm not killing cars and things like that. I actually drive pretty normal, and I managed to do an average of fuel consumption that is about 34.8 miles per gallon, which, well, that's not bad. For me, it's not. I mean, the amount of fun that I'm having with this car, I honestly don't think that this is a bad fuel consumption. But if you want to go 45-50 miles per gallon, then choose the 2-liter diesel one. That's the one to get. I never drove the petrols. I don't know how they are, so sorry for that. There's no information from my side. The steering is so precise. I love this big steering wheel, this M package steering wheel. Actually, I drove the M5, the F10, and this is the steering wheel that comes on the BMW M5 F10. Of course, that one had adaptive cruise control and didn't have these horrible blank buttons over here, but other than that, the steering wheel is the same. I love these paddle shifters. They are high quality, and let's be honest, the whole car is made out of high quality materials. I didn't find any plastic that I didn't like, except those blank buttons. Other than that, there's really not much to complain. I like the overall aspect of the car. I like the fact that it's blacked out, and of course the sunroof and the head-up display and the Harman Kardon. There aren't many things to complain about, so you know what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna go a little bit on the highway, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about with this car. Yeah, it's quite fast. I mean, honestly, this is a fast car. If you want something to have fun with, pick the 3-liter diesel engine. And yeah, by the way, I've checked Auto Trader, and the prices for a 2017 model year like this one, and the 3-liter diesel starts from around 23,000 pounds. You can get cheaper ones, but over there you got to be careful of the mileage, of how many owners the car had, and especially how the car was serviced. Because if you buy a car that's over 100,000 miles, then you should check some things. I always say to do the Gearbox Service, because a lot of people are saying, well, I don't need to do the Gearbox Service because the gearbox should last the lifetime of the car. Well, it doesn't. Even ZF, who produces these gearboxes, say that at around 100,000 kilometers, something like that, you should do the Gearbox Service, which means oils and filters. Also, you have to do the oil services and filters for the engine. A couple of forums that I've read, they say that you should do these services every couple of, let's say, 30,000 kilometers, or some people said 20,000 miles. I always change the oil in my car after 10, 12,000 miles. That's it. I never had problems, and the engine is getting better lubrication. I never had any problems with this, so I'm not saying do like me or do what I say, but if you want a car that it's not going to be a hassle for you or a pain in the bottom, just do the services and you'll be quite okay. So thank you very much for watching me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, press a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you in the near future with a different model and well, a different car, because I like cars, and this is one of my passions and one of my hobbies, and I want to share these experiences that I have with you guys, because, well, in this life it's all about sharing. And if you agree with me and if you agree with what I'm saying, there's a comment section below where you can express your own thoughts about the BMW X4 if you had one or if you're planning to buy one. And well, I'll see you in the next episode. See you soon. Take care.